Hey, what's going on YouTube? Lionel here. I'm going to do two separate videos, maybe three. I'm going to do three. So they'll be very, very, very quick though. So I'm going to try to keep all of these under 6 minutes because I think they will not take me longer than 6 minutes to do. So I ended up buying a couple of cheapies that I have been wanting for some time. And you know, there was a couple of fragrances I had my eye on for a while. I had never smelled them, so they were going to be blind buys. But I was just waiting for a good price, and I mean, nothing that I really needed, right? But some things that just sort of interest me from a note perspective. So I ended up buying 3 fragrances. I'm going to review 2 of them separately. I'm gonna put the third one in one. I'm gonna put all 3 of them together in one video, just to kind of talk about how to buy fragrances. So I'm gonna jump right into this one, and this one is from the house of Hugo Boss. I've never owned a Boss fragrance. I've only smelled maybe a couple Boss bottled, and this one actually. And this one is actually a Boss bottle, and it's called Boss Night. Hugo Boss Bottled Night. So this has nothing to do with the original Boss bottle at all. They're not even outside of the bottle color, outside of the shape of the bottle. They share no similarities, right? Shape of the bottle and the marketing, whatever, in the same name. They share no similarities. Here's the note in the Boss bottle, and I'm going to talk to one thing. The top you have lavender and birch, and the heart you have violet, and the base you have woody notes and musk. So first, let me pay respects to one of the greats in the community, Mark Robes, fragrance guru. But I will tell you this: I absolutely 100% disagree with his video on this one. The review on this one, we had two totally different perspectives. I would probably put this fragrance, or arguably, I can put this fragrance in my top 20 best smelling fragrances in my collection. And I own a lot of stuff. This stuff smells great. I'm talking about terrific. The violet and the musk and the birch wood, it almost has a, man, this is, you know what's funny? This is very similar. This is sort of similar to Green Irish Tweed. Now, it's not Green Irish Tweed, don't get me wrong, but the violet, the way the violet works in this, they have some similarities. And I think it's the violet and the birch, because the birch in this one sort of lends to a almost leathery, woody fragrance. I don't know if you've ever smelled, I've never smelled birch oil or birch on its own, but there's a few fragrances that I own with birch. Aventus. So if you think of Aventus as birch, that birchy, woody, leathery type of smell, it is in this one, but it's combined with a very beautiful violet note, and then it's summed up with this woody musk. And this fragrance is tremendous. I'm actually wearing it now, man, and I cannot stop sniffing myself. It smells that wonderful to me. From a performance perspective, this gets me about, I mean, I've been wearing it now for maybe 5 hours, and it's still projecting very, very well. This is about the 3rd time I wore it. I wanted to wear it out and kind of get an opinion. And my wife tells me when we're in the car, she's like, "That's your perfume I smell." And we were in church together, and she said, "You smell so good. That smells good." My wife has complimented me maybe 4 times, and I mean 4 times of everything I own. She mostly despises everything that I've paid for over $100. Anything under $100, she hadn't really said much. But her favorite, this one and Millesime Imperial and Royal Oud, the 3 fragrances and Green Irish Tweed that she dies for. And this one, my friends, is a wonderful fragrance. I will tell you now, beautiful blind buy. If you're okay with violet, this fragrance is a no-brainer. If you like musky, woody fragrances, this is a no-brainer. It has a leather component. I think it's versatile as heck. I think you can wear this summer, spring, winter, fall, maybe just not really hot days, but anytime in the spring, anytime in the fall, anytime in the winter, I think this is a perfect date night scent. I think it's a perfect signature scent. And I'm being honest when I say this. When I do my 3rd video, I'm going to tell you how much I paid for it. And that makes it even that much more valuable for it. So, Hugo Boss Night. I love the bottle. It's a deep blue bottle. It sort of looks purplish blue. You know, sort of a minimalist bottle with the writing there. Pretty good glass. The sprayer on this, the atomizer on this sapsucker is wonderful. I mean, I'm talking about great. Overall, I would give this fragrance, if I had paid retail for it, I would give it an 8.5. what I paid for, I'm going to give it a 10, and that's strictly because what I paid for it, and which I will relate to later. I'll allude to it now, and I'll give you some specifics later. But this fragrance is beautiful. Blind by it, you won't regret it. It is wonderful. Again, you have to enjoy florals. If you're okay with florals, because this is a violet-dominated fragrance with leather and with a leathery note, leathery, woody muskiness to it. And man, it performs well, projects well. I think 3 sprays of this would be more than adequate in cold weather, 2 sprays in warmer weather. I'm going to wear this when dancing a lot. This is going to become a heavy hit. Like I may go buy another bottle of this for backup purposes because it is that tremendous. So overall, shout out to Hugo Boss for this fragrance. They did a good job. Maybe they just didn't market it right. I don't know what happened, but this fragrance should be. This will be in my top 10 designer fragrances next time I do a video. So hats off to Hugo Boss. This is a wonderful fragrance, and I don't know why it's not getting a lot more love on YouTube because it's well worth it. It is probably definitely a lady head turn. I think ladies will find this very, very comforting on a man, and I think ladies who like a darker violet may go for this fragrance and find it very even wearable for themselves. So hats off to Hugo Boss. That's video number 2. I got 2 more to go. Peace.